So I like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadash, Elbons, the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So again, to recap, you know, Salakia, right? So to recap, in order for life to come, destruction have to come. And again, this is what the Lord is bringing to the earth because this devil have everything upside down. Right? So going back to the book of Isaiah 29:16, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So again, this devil have turned everything upside down. Now these people are talking about humans. People are causing global warming. The earth was meant for people to be upon it. That's why the Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. When Yahweh Bashim Yahushua made the earth, he made it to be plenteous. He made it to be populated, man. The world is so messed up today is because you devils are ruling and you're causing the ozone layer to be polluted. You're causing everything to go out of whack. You to change the seasons and times. How are we driving in cars that produces carbon monoxide? You got people smoking cigarettes, weed, and all that shit all day. Where all that stuff gotta go? Where do the smoke? What do you think the smoke and all that shit goes? It goes up, man. Right into the ozone layer and it gets stuck there. Hey, they tell you not to even drink the rainwater. They tell you not to drink the rainwater because you're going to get sick from the rainwater. Anytime when people, back in the day when people, before the earth was so polluted the way it is now, when people needed something to drink, a lot of times they would depend on the rainwater. So when it rained, you collect the water from the rain, you just drink it. Now you can barely do that, man. They put out a warning not to drink the damn rain because the rain is too it's too polluted with different chemicals now. You can get sick and possibly die from it. Because these devils have defiled the earth. We're going to get that too. Isaiah 29:16. Let's finish this off. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Right? So let's get this. Isaiah. What is that? I want to say that's Isaiah 42:5, but I could be wrong. Salakia, a little backwards. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. And the scripture says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. So the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. You people have changed everything, man. The way the Lord wanted things, it have been changed. Right? So let's keep going, man. Right? Let's keep going. This is Psalms 55:11. And the scripture says, wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her street. So wickedness is in the midst thereof. This place is filled with wickedness because it is contrary against Yahweh Yahushua. Again, you people love doing whatever the hell you want to do, man. And then the only time when you want to think about a high power is when your ass in a situation you believe you're not going to be able to get out of, man. You never want to believe in a higher power until you at the last stroke of the second, man. And it's way too late. You people don't want to get right now. You want to do whatever the hell you want to do. You try to explain the scriptures to these women out here. And a lot of women, they don't want to start listening until they hit their late 40s and shit. So what they do is they go to church. Because it's too late for them. So they go to church to try to get comfort, man. But up here, we speak the truth, man. We gonna tell you what it is. We gonna tell you exactly what it is in the scriptures, man. Is that, look, captivity for the nations is coming, and destruction for America is on its way, man. This is what these nations are preparing for. They're preparing for all-out war. Russia is ready. China is ready. Iran is ready. North Korea is ready, man. Nations are ready. They're ready to go to World War III. And eventually it will happen. So again, Psalms 55:11, wickedness is in the midst thereof, deceit and guile depart not from her streets. So a lot of times too, with these news channels, you got to take a lot of shit that they say with a grain of salt, man. You really can't believe what these devils have to say, because a lot of it have to do with deceit and guile, man. They sit around and say, oh, vote for this person, vote for that person, vote for this person. And all they doing is lying to you to be put in a position of power. But you people are too fucking simple. The simple believeth everything. And you people are just that simple, man. You only want to believe that these devils can help you because it might be convenient to you. But they ain't trying to help you. They're just trying to get into that position of power, man. That's why the scriptures tell you that you people are going to come against your kings and your princes, right? You're going to come against your leadership. You're going to come against the president. You're going to come against the government. You're going to come against the Congress, Senate. You're going to come against your judges, man. You're going to come against all of these so-called leaders of the free world. Because nothing that you people are seeking after is going to work out your way, man. But everything is going to work in favor of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Right? So again, like we was talking about, at the end of the day, the world is going to be turned right side up. You're going to have those go into captivity, and you're going to have those that's going to get put to death. The scriptures tell you in Jeremiah, what is that, 15? For such as are to the death, such as are for the sword to the sword. So, you nations, you're going to go, and it also says such as are for captivity to the captivity. Let me see. I want to say it's in 15, but I could be wrong. Yeah, this is it. Jeremiah 15:1. Then said Yahweh unto me, it says, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. Read the book of Revelations chapter, let's just get it. Right? Let's just get it. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity, did not Esau and the nations lead Israel into captivity? Hey, the scripture says, for all nations, let me get this real quick. Luke, I go into this one a lot. This is Luke 21:24. And the scripture says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. Who fell by the edge of the sword? Well, let's get right. So let's grab this. This is Numbers 14:3. Let's see who fell by the edge of the sword, right? So the scripture says, actually, let me start up at 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron. And the whole congregation said unto them, would the Most High that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would the Most High we have died in this wilderness? Wherefore have Yahweh brought us into this land to fall by the sword? So who's gonna fall by the sword? The Israelites, right? These are the only people that fell by the sword, by the Egyptians, by the Babylonians, by the Assyrians, right? By the Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites. And wherefore have Yahweh brought us into this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children shall be a prey? And it was a question. Were it not better for us to return into Egypt? So let's grab this here in the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 36. Salakia. Ezekiel 39. Ezekiel 39 and 23. It says, and the heathen, let me start up at 22. Or 21. And I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So the house of Israel shall know that I am Yahweh their power from that day and forward. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they transgressed against me. Therefore hid my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. So again, who fell by that sword? The Israelites. So going back into that book of Luke, right? Because we about to end it from here. Let's end it, and I'll start it right back. So I want to say, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh, double unto the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say, Shalom.